Hey everybody, welcome back. I think I've got a pretty good one for you here today. I'm taking out my Chinese 9.0 tanks and ended up this match with a 13 kill nuke. So here we go. And as you can see, the first thing we did on this map was we moved up towards the castle, saw a friendly taking fire, peeked around the corner, saw a Roy Cat there, and eliminated him for kill number 1. And so at this stage of the battle, it's kind of what I like to do is feel things out, see where people are going, assess where the risk is, where the bad guys are. I don't like to be terribly aggressive early on a map this size when I'm playing kind of a slow tank. And so this first tank is the Object 122. It is got a 122 millimeter main gun on it. It shoots a dart. It's also got 4 ATGMs, 2 on the left, 2 on the right. They are slow, but they do kill what they hit. So here we are, and we've got some contacts on the right, some contacts on the left, dealing with this Type 74. So we'll peek up this hill right here, and first target is a M60 that we take out. And as you can see on the right, at the crest of that hill, there's something there. I'm not quite sure what it is at first, but it looks like a chieftain. Launch a missile at it, missile hits the ammunition, it dies, but unfortunately there's a T-95 that pushed over the top of the hill that I did not see, and he killed me. So first tank with the Object 122, we managed to get 2 kills, and so we will respawn in the T-69-2. And we'll save some driving time, go back to that particular point. But if you notice here on the right, in between the 435 and the T-62, is a Tiger 2H, and I have to admit that at that point in time in the match, my heart kind of sank down into my belly a little bit, because yeah, Tiger 2's at 9.0. Every stereotype you get about German mains came true in that one particular moment for me, and so for the first time in the week that I've been back playing War Thunder again, I got a little salty. Not in chat or anything, but at myself, I got real salty. I started cussing like fucking Germans. What the hell are they doing? Tiger 2 best. All the bullshit that you do to try to make yourself feel better about the fact that your team is self-sabotaging. But anyways, back to the game. So we're going to go back to the same general spot. I like this little hilly area over here. Even on a tank without gun depression like the Chinese and Russian ones, I like playing the hills. It's just, that's my play style, that's what I prefer. So we've got an M103, first shot takes out his commander, his loader, his breach. He's not doing anything. We've got a fairly quick reload, so come in, take the second shot, get the kill, and that's kill number 3. Take a quick scan around the map, see what's going on, what's happening. Don't really see much, don't really hear much, so still getting used to, playing the game from having been gone for 8 months. I'm still a little passive, a little not as aggressive as I would like to be. And when I say aggressive, I'm not talking about, crazy pushes. I'm talking about, generally moving forward as opposed to sitting still and waiting. You create your opportunities, you don't wait for them to come to you. And so I am still getting myself in the mindset that I have to do that. And so if you look at the mini-map, you can see we are already pushing into their cap zone. Now, if you look at the score at the top, it's 24-21. This is still a very close match. It can easily go either way. If you look at the score sheet I just showed you, the teams have around the same number of people who have quit on each side. So this is not a this game is not over by any stretch of the imagination. It is still in doubt. But what my team has done is they have moved out and they've started to take control over some of the more important terrain features on this map. And so while the results to this stage have been pretty even, you're going to see how this is going to play out and how this is going to ultimately turn into an advantage for my team. And so right now we're tied. It is tied. It's a flat tie. They are now in the lead by two kills. They're in the lead. But as you're going to see, it's important to, as important as killing other vehicles is taking territory. And so as you see there, I've got a T-95 that tried to flank on my left. I saw him at the last minute. He is not stabilized. I am, so I was able to get out there and get the kill on him, or get the first shot on him that crippled him before he was able to shoot me. Waited for the reload, poked back around the corner, and got kill number 4. And so there is definitely something shooting at me at that point. I don't know what it is or where it was coming from. I don't know if it was rockets or missiles from a helicopter or from an ATGM, but there's something over there beyond the hill line in the bushes. So we'll take a bad shot, don't hit anything, knock some bushes down, see what we can see. And I'm not sure what that little poof of smoke was. I don't know if that was him trying to pop smoke and it just didn't deploy, or if it was delayed. I don't know what that was, but that was definitely something there. And so if you have any idea what that was, please let me know in the comments, because I have no clue. And so as we peek up over this hill here, there is something coming. It's an ATGM carrier of some kind. So we'll pop over, take the shot, and it's not an ATGM, it's an M163. It's a anti-aircraft vehicle armed with a 20mm gun. Those things are not terribly effective against the vehicles that I'm running. And over here we see something. It looks like a Sheridan, maybe? I'm not sure what that was, but took a shot at it, got commander gunner. There was an AA vehicle of some kind, or a speedy boy, or something with an autocannon behind me. Got a couple shots into me, ended up taking out my engine. So we popped smoke, hold still, turn the engine off, so he can't hear me. Try to give him somewhere else to go, cause him to do something else so that he forgets that I'm here. And so the repair is almost done. There it was. I saw it move. It was a chieftain, I think, a chieftain marksman, or maybe it was the Swedish one. I don't know, but it looked like it definitely had the marksman turret on it. Yeah, it was a chieftain marksman. Went down and killed the IT-1. So we turn around, go over to see if we can get a shot, and immediately get shot again by something from the left. And it looks like it is a M60A2. So one shot into the front hull on that kills him. That's kill number 5. Got hit by a missile. And the wonderful thing about this particular tank is that it's got an ERA protection package on it. It is actually really, really good. And so here comes a Wild Bradley charging off to my left. I'm not sure what he was shooting that he was unable to kill me, but I was able to get him. Picked up 5 kills in that tank before an M551 got me with an ATGM. So here we are in the 3rd spawn. I've got 8 kills. Tickets are even. Game is even. This game is in doubt. And so I'm trying to figure out what tank to take. And because we're playing on hills, I decided to take the M60A3. In addition to having a good dart for this battle rating and good gun depression, it also is relatively tough in terms of its armor. It survives autocannons, and I don't know what that was. That was a missile or something that came in. I don't know if it was a dud or it just, didn't detonate. But more importantly, this thing, and it's not really going to be of much use in this match, but the M60A3 TTS has thermal sights on it. And so at this battle rating, especially on a map this size when target acquisition is important, thermal sights can come in very handy. Now they're only generation 1, so they're really low resolution, but in terms of acquiring targets and quickly spotting for stuff, it's pretty useful. So for the 3rd time, we will come up to the castle and flank up into the hills southeast of the B cap. And as you can see, the match is still almost dead even. It's 38-37. My team is up by 1. And here is some indecision on my part. I've got some noise. I wasn't sure where it was or what it was coming from. It turned out that it was an airplane. That's how long I've been out of the game, is I'm having difficulty recognizing the difference between the sounds of tanks and jets. Pretty sad. But we've got some target markers, so we'll press W and make our way over towards where the bad guys are. Now right here, what I'm trying to do is pay attention to the audio cues, which admittedly I'm not terribly good at right now, and pay attention to what's dying and where. And as you can see, both tanks that we had on my left-hand side on the flank are now dead. A guy over in B3 and a guy in D4. The guy in D4 died to a Falcon. So popped up over the hill there and saw a Vickers, popped up and killed it, got shot by this guy right here in his M60. He did not do any damage to me, but my first shot crippled him, and a friendly T-55 AMD-1 got the kill. And so there is still something over on my left, and there it is right there. That's the guy that killed the tank up in the little town, and that ends up being a Falcon. I don't know what kind of rounds he was shooting, but I got very lucky there because he was not able to kill any of my crew. He tracked me, took out my engine, and took out my gun barrel, but the 50 cal on the top of this thing was still effective, and the 50 cal ended up killing the Falcon, which is fantastic. Because those things can be really annoying, especially if they've got the APDS rounds. I'm not sure he had them, but you know, it is what it is. So at this point, I wanted to encourage my team, as you can see in the chat, to keep fighting. I don't know how effective that stuff is, but you know, sometimes a little encouragement as opposed to salt goes a long way, especially towards players who are tired of salt. And so right here, right now, there's artillery. Clearly something knows generally where I am. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to scout around for it. We've still got nothing down over on the B line. It's difficult to know what's over there, and I just watched my Gepard over on the right-hand side of the map get killed by a Roycat. So I know there is something definitely up off to the left, and that's what was over on the right rather. And that's what was on the left. It was a Charioteer. Friendly took care of him, so pop up, something spraying at me. It's another autocannon tank, probably an M163, so we'll peek over the hill. That's exactly what it is, and end his match, or at least end that vehicle. And like I said, frontally, if you're using a medium tank, those M163s are very little threat. The only threat they really pose is taking out your gun barrel, but if you know where they are and you know you don't have to range find them, they're generally pretty easy kills. And so I want to reposition myself here, so put the engine smoke on, which, you know, masks movement. You know, obviously if they've got thermals, they can see right through it, but at this battle rating, I'm not terribly concerned. And at this stage of the match, with them spawning a lot of tanks that have thermal sights. And so there's movement over on the left. We'll pop out, take a quick shot. Looks like an M60 of some kind. M60A2, commander cannon breach, and a horizontal turret drive. I got shot from the right, and my guess is it's the Roycat who was out there sniping, has moved up, and there he is right there. So we'll get the reload, pop back up over the hill. He's moving, not completely paying attention. Loader engine horizontal. He is, for all intents and purposes, done. He can't aim, and his load is really long. So we'll pop up over the hill and finish him off with a second shot. There's the M60A2 moving off to the left. He is going to duck behind cover before I'm able to get out and get that shot into him. So as you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, I've got 2,246 spawn points, which means I'm getting relatively close to a nuke. Another kill or two, or an assist, or 2 assists probably put me over the edge. And there's another M163 shooting at me from up there, and I rush the shot. Even though I know it's not going to hurt me, the psychological effect of getting spammed by rounds is the same, and so I rushed the shot, didn't get the kill. That looked like a Centurion of some kind popping up. He took a shot at me, didn't get the connection, and it wasn't a Centurion, it was an Oliphant, which is a modified South African Centurion. So we're now at 2429 spawn points, which basically means anything I do at this point is going to get me a nuke. So we're going to hunt for the kill, see what we can find, decide I'm going to go ahead and do the repair. It's 25 seconds long, and as I am waiting, as you're going to see here in a second, I get the assist. The number pops up in the bottom right, And it's fantastic to know now that I don't have to go back to the menu and J out. You can just press the hotkey and get into your plane. Take off will save you the flight, and come over for the nuke. And as you're going to see, there's a anti-aircraft gun over there that does a pretty good job of you know, almost taking me out. But the nuke gets dropped, and yeah, that's that game. 9.0 China has got a plethora of excellent vehicles. I don't even have two of the better MBTs in the lineup, the ZTZ-88A and B. Those are great vehicles, but don't even need them in the lineup because the 9.0 China lineup is that good. So we get 13 kills, 3 assists, died twice, dropped the nuke, and I'll take a look here at the results screen. Yeah, 28,000 research points, 161,000 lions, and that was a spectacularly good game. Nuke about a week after coming back playing, and felt great about it. So it's good to be back. Thank y'all for tuning in and watching. Look forward to seeing you again. Take care.